What's on, where, and when. It's the Talk of Nelson. NBS Talk Nelson.
Banking for life means trust, stability, and confidence.
You're there for the lifetime, and NBS are providing that right through.
The Mako Rugby Roundup.
Welcome back to the Mako Rugby Roundup, coming to you from the Turf Hotel. Thanks to Stan and the team. And don't forget to check out their Facebook page for everything that's on this weekend. And Sunday, 26th of October, it's Get Bucked at the Turf Hotel. So stay tuned for more. Sounds interesting. Les, welcome back again, mate.
Yes, nice to be here. Yeah, I was really pleased with the weekend. 2 wins from the important teams, the Mako and the All Blacks.
Yeah, that's
Happy
right.
about that.
It was a nice turnaround for a change, wasn't it? Yeah, very good. And it's great to have with us one of the youngest talents in the Mako squad. He's been turning a few heads lately. Cooper Roberts, nice to have you on the show, mate.
No worries. Thank you for having me on.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but over the weekend, some awards were handed out for the Mako squad.
I've heard that too. So congratulations, Cooper. You got the Young Player of the Year or the Rookie of the Year award. So you must have been stoked with that.
Yeah, no, bloody thrilled to get that award, start of this year, probably wouldn't have expected to receive it, but I guess just the way things have happened,
there's so much good young talent in the coming through in the team. So to actually get that award, and that's a reflection of your season, Cooper. It's been very, very good. Tell us who got the other awards.
Fletcher Anderson managed to scrape up basically every other award.
Was that right?
pretty sure he got defensive. And then Player of the Year, and then the Mako Man Award as well. So
so
he's had a
great year.
He's had a good season.
Yeah, we're not at all surprised by that. He has been. Hugh Bainan last week talked about the rise of Fletcher Anderson. And I think that's a good summary of his year. So outstanding. But congratulations to you.
So good night out.
It was a good night. Yeah.
Did they have a dinner, or where did they?
We had a dinner. It was just down Rocks Road. For that place,
Boathouse.
Yeah, the Boathouse.
Oh, nice. Yeah, right. Nice spot.
And there was a live band and stuff after it all finished. So it was a nice night to celebrate.
Well, you must have had Sunday off then.
Yeah, we had Sunday and Monday off, which was good.
So yeah. Good stuff. All right. Well, let's talk about your journey then. Born and bred Melbournian, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. So I born in Blenheim and went to Mako Boys College. And loved my time growing up in Blenheim. It's awesome.
Was rugby always on the radar? Did you start playing rugby right from the beginning, or?
I started playing rugby when I was probably about 8 or 9, actually, a little bit later than usual.
Yeah.
And then I just loved it.
What was your junior club?
Harlequins.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So I played for Harlequins right through my junior years, and then obviously when I went to Mako Boys, I played for Mako Boys and then first 15 and whatnot. So yeah.
So what season would you have been playing for the first 15? Or seasons?
I debuted in 2020, and then my last year was 2022.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So a bit of a building phase there, because I mean, obviously this year they hit their strap.
Yeah.
But what was it like during your seasons there, and perhaps name a couple of players that you were involved with?
I mean, once again, I love my time at Mako Boys. We were never like the strongest team when I was there. We were always kind of mid-table, but we always put up a pretty good fight. But it's good to see the boys obviously this year like doing so well.
Yeah. Because they were quite strong at one point, and then there was a bit of a rebuild period, and then lately that's it. The work that's been done there it's come back through, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's awesome to see the boys doing so well now. But who was I playing with? Hugh Robinson, who was a young fella coming through. I was playing with Jake Pacey, plays club rugby in Blenheim for Central, and he played Crusaders under 20s last year with me.
Right.
and Bray Tamoiflau, Kyron's brother, obviously Kyron as well. When I was, he was a year older than me, but yeah, played with Kyron as well at school. So yeah, no,
and his brother Bray, who's a halfback, right?
Yeah, Bray, and also played with Monu when I was year 11 in my first year in the team. Monu was in his last year, so
Monu Molly.
Yeah, Monu Molly.
Yeah,
so,
right.
And that's Monu, a long line of Mollies that have played first 15.
Yeah.
Who was your coach?
So my coaches were, I had Matt McDougall and Tonga Tamoiflau, and they were great coaches. They were some of the best coaches I've ever had, and built great connections with them throughout my schooling.
Were they kind of your main mentors, or did you have a couple of other mentors when you were a bit younger leading into that time?
Obviously my family was a big one, and but yeah, from like kind of a coaching rugby kind of sense, it was more those guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously my family as well.
How'd you go academically?
Not too bad. I'm studying a little bit at UC at the moment, actually.
Oh wow, cool.
Uni, so just trying to slowly chip away at that. So
what are you doing there at UC?
I'm doing sports management.
Oh right.
So, yeah, it's a slow process, but we're getting there.
Yeah, you got to play rugby as well.
Yeah.
Tell us about your family.
So yeah, my family, I got 2 older sisters, so I'm the youngest of 3. One of them lives in Australia and one of them's down in Christchurch, doing nursing. And then obviously my old man and my mum is still living in Blenheim at the moment, which is good. Get to nip back home pretty regularly and see them. So it's nice being up here and closer to home. So.
And was your dad involved in rugby, or was it really you that got sucked into the?
Oh well, they like my dad and my grandfather, like they love sport, they love rugby, so they were the ones that got me into it.
Yeah.
And yeah, he played rugby when he was growing up, but like he was nothing special. But,
well, he might argue that.
Yeah, he would probably argue that, but yeah.
Show a few tips. This is what I used to do. No, well, he must be rapt to see, and also he's had a couple of daughters, so he's had to support them.
Yeah,
were they into sport at all, or
netball,
or
my we were
or rugby?
Very sporty family growing up.
Right.
Mum did athletics growing up, so we were always over here doing athletics, and both my sisters did athletics, and my second oldest sister, she played in my rugby teams actually.
Oh, did she? Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Harlequins.
Growing up at Harlequins, yeah.
Oh, nice.
She argues that she's better than me.
Growing up. I'm sure.
But and she also played, and we played a lot of cricket growing up. Like, like cricket was a big part of my life as well. Like growing up, and I only stopped playing like a couple of years ago just because I couldn't juggle both.
Yeah. So that was a conscious decision that you had to make. Did you see a path in cricket, or was rugby?
There was for a bit. I was definitely enjoying my cricket a lot, but I guess it's just the way kind of things happened, and obviously, it was just more of a decision to.
Yeah, the days of the dual international are long gone, aren't they? Jeff Wilson.
That's right.
Probably the last of them.
Yeah, putting on the black jersey and then hitting the winning runs in a was it a test match or a one day?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So athletic family. So some of the comments have been around just that sudden pace, that turn of pace that you've got, and when you do find a gap, you're able to do it. So obviously, from an athletics family that's starting to pay some dividend for you at the moment.
Yeah, I suppose it's just kind of never really thought I was super fast, but I guess I'm just pretty decisive, I suppose.
And you don't, over a longer distance, you don't really need to at that position, do you? I mean, it's that short burst if you see the gap. That's what I've seen from you anyway, when you see that opportunity. So tell us about that connection with the Mako. How did that come about?
So basically, Gray is the head coach. He approached me my last year of school and offered me a development contract in my first 2 years, and then a full contract in my last year, which is pretty cool.
Right. So he was keeping a keen eye on the Marlborough boys side.
Yeah.
And so what year was that? What was your last year at school?
2022.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, that was pretty
So 23, 24, a PUDC, a Provincial Union Development contract, and then full contract this year.
Yeah, full contract this year.
And so what, senior rugby in Marlborough?
So I play, I study down in Christchurch.
Right.
So I play club rugby down in Christchurch for UC. And then I come up and live up in Nelson during NPC season. But yeah, that's why it's quite nice to be a bit closer to home during NPC season.
Yeah. Oh, very good. And so 2 years with the development side, and then round 8 last year, Mako 238, a debut against Otago in Dunedin.
Yeah.
And we talked about that quite a lot because it came up around Storm Week, and we were traveling pretty well.
Yeah, we were.
And we thought, geez, we've got a big game coming up. I think it was against Canterbury or something. No,
against Auckland on the Wednesday.
Auckland,
Shield
defense. That's right. A defence. That's right. And then all of a sudden, you get the call up, and a lot of the young guys, the development squad members, found themselves getting a start.
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome. It was I've been training with the squad for a while, and I was so keen to get out there. So when Gray named me in the team to start, I was just so keen to just get out there and express myself, really.
Yeah.
And no, it's just an awesome experience.
And that was
a lot of us.
Was that at centre?
I played on the wing that game.
Oh, you played on the wing, yeah.
But no, it was so cool for them just to send down basically just all the young fellas just to express themselves, and we almost got the job done.
Well, I know, because I know, I can't remember who we interviewed, and I don't think it was Gray. I think it was one of the more senior players, but they were backing the boys, weren't they? They thought you could do the job, and you almost picked up the win.
Yeah, I know. We almost picked up the win against a pretty handy Otago side. So,
What was cool was all 8 of those debutants stepped up and just proved that they belonged.
Yeah.
I've always said I felt like the referee felt with 10 minutes to go that he had to get Otago home because you guys were right in the hunt, right up until the 70-minute mark.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we had our tails up, that's for sure.
Yeah. Very good. Okay, so you've played now 8 appearances for Tasman. So you've had a bit of a taste of it, and obviously the training sessions would be pretty full on. But now that you sort of have had a bit more of a taste of it, was it a big step up for you, or was it something that you were quite prepared for?
I think I was quite lucky, to be honest, coming from the under-20s program.
Yeah.
I think that prepared me really well for this. I guess. Yeah, got a lot of confidence coming back from the World Cup, and then when I played, it was quite. I was ready for it.
Right.
Yeah,
because our development side, you do get the opportunity occasionally to have a run against some other sides. Is that right?
The development team. Yeah. So I played one game for the development at the start of the year, but the development program, I think they've played all their games already. So
right.
Yeah, they play about 3 or 4.
Yeah, I think they play 4 or 5 maybe. Yeah.
And then before this season, we've seen a bit more of you this season, but before that, New Zealand under-20s came a knocking. So tell us, how did that come about? Are they selected just purely and simply off what they've seen in development or NBC, or do you have to go away and play a bit of a trial with a wider squad?
So we've got the Super Rugby under-20s tournament.
Right.
So that gets selected in about, we start training in about January.
And that was Crusaders, was it? So you had a run.
Yeah, so we go up to Taupo and we play a tournament against all the other Super Rugby under-20s teams for about 2 weeks. That's in March, and then you play 3 games, and it's just knockout. So if you lose the first game, basically you're out. So basically, and we were lucky enough to win that competition, which was awesome. And then basically maybe 2 or 3 weeks after that, they select the New Zealand under-20s team, and then basically straight into a camp, and yeah.
And then you had the Pacific Series. Were you on that one?
The Rugby Championship. The Rugby Championship in South Africa. That was in April and May. So that was cool. Cool experience, and we managed to take that one out. Drew to Australia and beat Argentina and South Africa. So that was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. You had a couple of Mako teammates in the under-20s, didn't you? Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I had Maloni Kunawavi and Eli Oderine. There was us three boys, and then also obviously Huey was the manager. Luca was the analyst, and then Richie Marsden was the physio. So we had quite a good
connection
of quite a few Tassie boys there, which was awesome.
Yeah. We interviewed Hugh last week, and he just said, an amazing experience. And so it must have been an eye-opener for you. But first of all, playing in South Africa, one, and then Italy, and apparently quite hot.
Yeah. You could definitely say we're very lucky with the travel we've got to do this year.
Yeah.
But you're going from South Africa to Italy, it was pretty cool. It was definitely a lot different. Getting used to the heat over there, coming from New Zealand winter to basically middle of European summer, trying to get adapted to the heat. It was definitely
but I mean, I suppose it's just all about timing. But to play a tournament, a rugby tournament in that heat, I just found that a bit odd. You would have thought they'd pick it in a winter season, but I suppose you just got to pick the window.
Yeah,
that's right.
I was complaining. No, beautiful. Yeah,
I'd imagine you had the time of your life off, away from the game.
Yeah. I mean, it was.
The food was good.
Boys loved it. It was great because we were there for about 5.5 weeks. So it was awesome. Great experience.
And you managed to get a good bit of a run there as well.
Yeah. It was good to get a kind of get my spot at 13 there. Just enjoyed it. It was awesome.
Who was your backline coach?
We had Alex Robinson, who is actually the Canterbury NPC coach. Who's a really good coach. Yeah, he's real good. So
so he's helped your game.
Yeah, definitely. Robbo's real good with everything, good at communicating and stuff like that. So I enjoyed it.
I was going to say, like that South African side, they were just monsters, weren't they? They're big boys, and some pace in that back line, didn't they, as well? But then, I was watching one game, and then I saw one of our wingers, and I think it might have been a number 8. They did a play down the sideline. Geez, and I looked at them and I thought, geez, they're pretty big.
Yeah.
There was a guy on the wing, and then the number 8. I don't know who they were, unfortunately, but they, big boys. So
that would have been my session.
Definitely sort of agility and pace was what you had to try and work on against that. That big pack.
We were pretty good attacking side. We had a pretty silky skills throughout the whole team, which was cool. But that South African team, when we played them in South Africa, like we managed to beat them. And they were different. When we got to Italy, I think they were the team to beat. But we were just trying to attack from basically anywhere.
Play with speed, get the ball away from their big fellas.
And Eli had a blinder tournament, didn't he?
He had a great
tournament. He really stood out for me.
Yeah, he has had a great year all round. So
he has.
He's been awesome. Same with Maloney.
Yeah. Okay, so you've played centre and the wing. So Marlborough 15s, was that mainly in the centre or on the wing? What
for the first 15?
Yeah.
I started playing for the first 15 at centre.
Right.
And then I actually played for quite a lot of fullback at school.
Okay.
So I kind of switched between centre and fullback. And then it wasn't really till I left school where there wasn't really a spot for me in my club rugby team to play centre or wing. Centre or fullback. So they chucked me on the wing, and then I played a good couple years there on the wing. Obviously debuted for Tassie on the wing, and then played Crusader under 20s on the wing as well. And then
so you say not fast, but obviously you've got a bit of pace because they wouldn't have put you there, would they?
Yeah, I got a little bit, but guess learn how to play.
So is this year the year that you've really consolidated playing at centre?
Yeah, so this is my first year kind of back playing. I played a bit of club rugby last year at centre, and then when I came back up to Tassie for NPC, I was back on the wing, and then this season's kind of the first proper season I've played centre the whole year. So I love playing centre. That's where I want to play.
Right. So, but Cooper, it's one of the toughest positions in a rugby team.
Yeah,
and certainly in the back line. So tell us about that. What's your mindset on attack and on defense?
Yeah,
because comms with defense is really critical in the 13 position, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess it's pretty important to have a good connection with your second five, and then also it's important just to have connections with your wingers as well and your loose forwards when you're defending throughout phase play. So it's something that I'm trying to keep on developing, especially going up through the grades as well. So
yeah. Are you a talker on the field?
Yeah, I am, but it's still something I want to keep on developing. You get the guys like David Hovele's got world-class communication. So
yeah.
So
learn off that.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you've played fullback, does that mean you've also got a bit of a boot on you?
Or not, I wouldn't say I've got a great boot. Probably why I switched back to centre, but I could probably get away with not kicking the ball as much when I was at school, and just running the ball back. But I'm not too bad at kicking.
But not a goal kicker.
Not a goal kicker.
Right.
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 Not a goal kicker.
What about your passing game, left and right?
Yeah.
Something you've worked on?
Yeah. No, it's good. Sweet as.
Is Tom Marshall involved in honing your your micro skills?
Tom's good at developing all the boys' little skills, and it's something we work on quite a bit. So yeah.
Well, I mean, quite handy if you are playing centre. I mean, traditionally the 12 might put it on the boot. Nonu had to put it on the boot. Had to learn to do that, and he could. Wasn't bad with it. If you've got a 13, that might be able to find a touch finder too on that occasion. It might come in handy.
The way the game's kind of going now, everyone's kind of the back line's going to get it.
And that's something David Avilli could do, wasn't it? Because he could play fullback, 12, 13. Probably not a bad winger too in his day,
and played some 10.
Yeah, exactly. So, so looking ahead, you're starting to sort of shore up that rugby might be a career for you, and what are you hoping to achieve over the next few years?
I guess for me, it's like this year's been pretty cool just to be able to get this much game time. Like start of this year, I definitely wasn't expecting to be playing this much. I kind of just wanted to get a few games off the bench. That was kind of my goal, but
we had Jimmy, and then you had Leicester.
Well, I had Jim, Leicester, and then
Levi.
Yeah,
you got Levi. It's right in front of you.
So just.
Well, clearly, Gray and the coaches have seen the 13 that they want, because they've been very consistent in picking you there. So that's a big feather in your cap, Cooper.
It's awesome. So like I was saying, I'm just trying to enjoy each week as they come, really, and just I'm just enjoying it at the moment. But for the future, probably obviously I want to play Super Rugby and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens in the next few years with that. But like I said, I'm just enjoying each week at the moment as they come. It's been awesome just to be getting consistent game time, and feel like I'm growing in confidence each week as well. So it's been awesome.
Got a couple of quick fires for you. So you've played with a few players. So who's the fastest player you think you've come up against or played with?
Come up against or played with? Fastest player I've played with is probably Mako or Kyron. Kyron's actually, he's quick once he gets going. Fastest player I played up against is probably that Michael Manson that we played on on the weekend for Southland. He's rapid.
Oh, right. So that's the winger, isn't it? Number 14.
Jeez,
that right?
Yeah.
He's quick, man. Holy.
Top try scorer for Southland.
Mm.
And he's only a youngster.
He's a pocket rocket, isn't he? Because he's not that big, is he?
Yeah, once he's gone, eh?
Jeez.
I was like, Jesus.
I wonder if the Sevens are looking at him.
Well, I think they've talked him up. He's the commentators saying they think that he's the fastest in NPC.
Yeah, I heard he was the fastest in Super Rugby. So I'd say.
Is that right?
Yeah,
He played for?
He was playing for the Highlanders.
Okay.
Was he?
Yeah, he's quick.
Wow.
I've only noticed him this year.
No, yeah, I've never really come across him. And then when he came, we'll talk about that game, but when he came on the second half, I was going on. No.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So the go-to for a pre-game meal. So do you eat before a game? Are you?
Yeah.
So you don't mind a reasonable meal before a game?
Yeah, I'm pretty easy going. So
the stomach doesn't get too upset.
No, sweet. Yeah, so I have a big feed in the morning, and then I'll have a big pre-match meal with the team.
And what's your go-to?
When we're with the team, we usually just have like mashed potatoes, chicken, pasta, that kind of thing. And then in the morning, I'll just have eggs.
Right.
Eggs. So yeah, that's my go-to.
So favorite Mako teammate to train with?
Favorite person to train with? Probably, I like training with my close mates. So it's pretty cool to train alongside like Eli and Kyron and Lonnie. Played a lot of teams with them, like coming through the ranks, I suppose. Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty cool training with them every day.
You've got a pretty good flat too, so it must be cool to train with them. Although Johnny Lee can't train with you, but
yeah, we're all pretty close in the flat, and it's good living with each other as well because we talk quite a lot of code, so yeah, it's good.
So we've talked to them all now, bar Kyron. So.
Right.
He's on his case.
He's on the radar.
Yeah, get on his case.
So if you weren't playing rugby, and I think you've answered this, what sport would you be playing?
Yeah, well, I'll probably be playing cricket. Yeah.
Did you watch the 2020 last night?
Yeah,
you did. I was only watching it on my phone, and I was going, oh no, didn't quite work out. So hopefully we bounce back today.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. Okay. Who's the team larrikin? Who's the funniest guy in the squad?
Funniest guy in the squad. Jeez, there's a few of them.
That's good.
Eli's a bit of a hard case.
Yeah.
He's more just like cheeky.
Yeah.
Probably Cooper Grant. He's actually thinks he's pretty funny, to be honest, but I don't know. Yeah.
But a good lad.
Yeah, good lad. Yeah, good lad.
Oh, very good. All right. Well, that's great, Cooper. Good bit of background and exciting year this year for you, isn't it? So we'll talk about the game coming up, but and I mean, I guess one of the observations I've had is there's been a few injuries, especially not knowing really what was happening with Jimmy and Leicester, and then they're kind of flipping in and out now. Unfortunately, Jimmy getting the injury, and then a couple of the older players needing to be rested. We've started getting a bit of a taste of what that squad might look like going forward, and then Fletcher captained the side with one of the games.
Yeah.
So I think we're starting to get a bit of a taste of what that squad might look like going forward.
There's a new generation coming through.
Yeah,
no doubt about that.
Because
the players leave, don't they, this year?
Yeah, there is a few.
You had some farewells at the awards dinner.
Yeah.
So Sione Havili Talatui is one of them. And
Sione's leaving.
Levi Moore.
Levi's leaving, and then Quinn Strange is also leaving.
Yeah,
right.
So,
yeah, that's senior players, eh?
Yeah, a few important senior players.
All 50 gamers, they've all got a blazer. So.
Yeah, all of them,
Yeah.
So
it's your time to next couple of years,
That's good, mate. All right, well, you're going to stick around with us because we're going to be talking NBC and, of course, the game on the weekend and the game coming up. So Thursday night, it was Hawke's Bay taking on Auckland, 45-28 to the Bay. And then on Friday night, what a game this was. I mean, talk us through it, Cooper, because 55-38, and that first half, I knew the game was on, so me and Ant went for a burger out Richmond, and they had it on the screen. It just started. And when I left there, it was 5-0. So we drive back to Richmond, and we're just in Bishopdale, and we get home and, unpack and get settled in, and I turn on the telly, 40
41-7, wasn't it?
or something at, going into half time.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. And I thought, what happened during that period? And then that second half when Southland came back. So talk us through the game.
Yeah, I suppose it's pretty cliche, but it was like literally a game of two halves. We got off to a pretty good start. And I think, we were just backing ourselves on attack and it was coming off. And then in the second half, they came out the gates pretty hot. And I think we were just falling off a few tackles and ill discipline as well was costing us, but we managed to stay in it and get over the line with a couple tries in that second half as well.
You came back a bit too, didn't you?
Yeah.
But they didn't give up, did they?
No, they didn't give up. No.
And at one point I was thinking, oh God, they're getting a bit close now. Surely they're not going to come back. And they were certainly within range, but just a couple of pressure relievers, I guess, to
definitely
be able to sustain that and get through.
Yeah.
What a game that was. It was amazing,
definitely.
Absolutely, and I would imagine at half time the coaches would have said keep your foot on the throat.
That's exactly what Gray said. So
and I think they would have said, "Hey, what have we got to lose? Let's have a go. Let's have a crack."
Well,
and they did. Manson got unleashed, and
they had a couple of big defeats, didn't they? And I think the coach must have given them a hell of a rev because and just say, "Look, guys, what are we doing? We're here to play or not. We've got a home crowd. It's rugby park, and they
did. They came out the gates.
And earlier in the season, they played some great rugby. So, I don't think the table is a good reflection of where Southland rugby is at the moment.
Oh, I think they've had a pretty good season, to be fair. I think they've had 3 wins, and one of them was a Ranfurly Shield win. So, I think they can be pretty proud of their season. They've got North Harbour, I think, this week. So,
right.
That'll be a close
good
game.
Test.
I think we should dwell on the first half. Because that was pretty awesome. And, I thought David Havili had his best 40 minutes of rugby for us. Really looked like an All Black in that game. Kyron Falau got himself a hat trick. And,
he was on fire.
He was on fire, and the forwards were doing a great job.
Yeah.
So, obviously coming up, and we'll talk about it, we've got Counties Manukau, who will throw it around from the get-go. So, fighting fire with fire will be an interesting proposition. But what I saw in that first half is we've definitely still got the skills.
100%.
To play superb attacking rugby.
Yeah. And, part of the conversation so far has been that I don't think we've yet really played a complete game of 80 minutes, and we've gone through a bit of a tough patch. So it's good to get a win back on the scoreboard. But hopefully what that means is that we're building, and it looks as though no matter what happens this weekend, we will make the top 8. That's what we're looking at. And so it would be great to be in a position where, things start to click going into those quarters. On Saturday, Otago against North Harbour, 41-26. So, just showing their class again, what a season they've had. Taranaki, the same. Wellington, I thought might bounce back, but they just haven't. 39-20 over Wellington. Bay and Plenty's starting to, a bit like Hawke's Bay, starting to hit their straps led. So you never know. Your predictions might happen. 41-5 against Waikato.
Yeah, that was a big scoreline. I thought they'd get a win, but not that big a score.
And I thought, again, I was waiting for Waikato to make that bounce back, but they haven't. Counties Manukau, geez, they are coming into some form, aren't they? 48-24 over Manawatu. But as you pointed out, Manawatu perhaps have lost a bit of steam in recent times. And then Northland and Canterbury, 19-all. I didn't actually catch the full game, but what a game that was.
Yeah, went to Golden Point.
Watch it?
Yeah, I watched it on Sunday. Great game. Yeah. Went into Golden Point and then, it's crazy.
And they couldn't split the two teams. I just think it's a reflection of the remarkably good year Northland are having. I mean, we went up there to Whangarei and got a win, but they do. Other than that, they have been pretty impressive throughout. So great season for them and a bounce back season for Northland Rugby. They've got a win this weekend. They'll be in the 8.
In the top 8.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's talk about this weekend because on Friday, North Harbour take on Southland. That's at North Harbour Stadium. So this is where we do our picks.
Right.
Cooper, so what do you think, mate?
Look, North Harbour haven't won a game this year.
No.
They'll be definitely wanting to finish their season off with a win, but I think I'll take North Harbour actually.
At home, their first win.
Yeah, I'll take North Harbour. First win of the season.
Or on Saturday, Auckland versus Otago, Auckland Grammar School. That's where they won.
No, they're taking the game out away from Eden Park, which is a good thing for NPC Round.
Maybe they're thinking we need a crowd.
Yeah. So Otago have rested a fair significant number of their total because they're guaranteed top two. So I'll tip Auckland in a win just because they'll be desperate to finish their season well, and Otago, like I say, have rested some, but. That's how I see it going.
Wellington versus Bay of Plenty. That's at Porirua Park.
I think Bay of Plenty will be too good. It is Wellington's last game of the season, but I think Bay of Plenty will be too good on this one.
Waikato versus Northland, and this is at FMG Stadium Waikato. It's really hard to know what Waikato team you're going to get, isn't it?
Yeah, being at home's good value for them. I do like Northland, but mate, you can have a pick here.
Oh, really? Okay, I'll go Northland, Mighty Taniwha.
Good on you.
Away, Manawatu versus Hawke's Bay, Central Energy Trust Arena.
I'll take, Hawke's Bay are on a good run at the
moment.
They are. So I'll take Hawke's Bay.
Check this one out. Canterbury versus Taranaki, and that's in Christchurch.
Canterbury aren't resting anybody. So
the machine rolls on.
Yeah, and I think they'll have learned a bit from the Northland game, and they should be strong enough. But that'll be a very close game, well worth a watch. 4:35 on Sunday, definitely.
Great,
two games in a row on Sunday to watch.
I know, that's right. Great kickoff time on Sunday. Tasman versus Counties, Monaco, Trafalgar Park. It's going to be a good day. I like the 4 o'clock kickoffs because. The town pub, the hospitality. Oh, sorry, 2 o'clock. Yeah. Well, that's even better.
Yes.
Because it's in 24-hour clock time. But hopefully you get a good day. Most of other rugby's all finished. Should be a good crowd. And then the thing I like about it is that Hospo just has a great night that night. And that, especially after a really tough winter, Nelson City really needs that. So I think that's good for the region.
Yes.
But let's talk about the rugby.
Yeah.
Great first half, as we talked about. Not so good in the second half, although you held them out and you got the win. Counties on a bit of a roll. What are you guys talking about with this game? And I don't know, the squad.
Yeah, team's named.
Team's named.
The team's been.
So no resting.
No resting.
No, not this week. Look, we know that Counties are a dangerous side. They're on a bit of a roll at the moment. They like to throw the footy around from basically anywhere. So we need to be right on. And I think if our kick game's right on and we're pinning them in the right areas of the field and we back our defence, I think we should be right. Obviously, our discipline as well. We keep that pretty clean.
Now, Counties have all to play for. They're sitting in 9th on 22. Northland just ahead of them, and Waikato just ahead of them too. So they'll be praying that Northland can do the job there.
Yeah.
And Wellington pretty much out of it.
I think they can't make the top 8 now.
So, they'll be saying, look, guys.
Obviously.
So Counties will be they'll be itching for a win.
Yeah.
You mentioned kicking game. Man, you're going to have to be precise because anyway with kicking, these guys will run it straight back at you from anywhere. And their support game and offload game is pretty strong. So,
I think we just need our kick chase has got to be right on as well.
Yeah. But your own attack game?
Yeah. And our own attack game, that won't change at all. We'll still looking to back ourselves and pull trigger, which is.
And it doesn't, either way, not that we want you guys to rest on your laurels, but either way, it doesn't make too much of a difference to where you'll end up on the table. Unless, of course, even if Waikato have a win, I don't think they can tip you up there. So I think it's fifth or sixth either way.
I think we can still maybe make the top four if Bay of Plenty and the Naki lose.
Right, yes. So you're on 29 and Hawke's Bay 30.
It'll be a home quarter
Bay of
final.
Plenty 31. Yeah, well, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Be
But
awesome
I
if
think
they did that.
everyone in the top 8 is just all so close.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't really matter who you play. It's just it's going to be a tough game no matter what. So
yeah, and top 9.
exactly.
Top 9 can make anyone in the top 9 can make.
It's been a great. It's like been a great
hasn't it?
tournament this
Yeah, very close.
From poor old North Harbour.
Yeah, but everyone's been
competitive.
able to beat anyone. So
so tell us about the lineup, Les. So forward pack, any majors there?
Monu Molly starting at prop alongside Tomasi Maka and Sam Martinga.
Yeah.
And then pretty much forward pack's the same as previous weeks. And David Havili and Cooper pairing up in the midfield, which is nice, with Kane Robinson making a return to the side at fullback.
Jeez, how's that? What a time to return.
Yeah, I know. Tane's been unlucky this season with a couple hamstring injuries, so that's good to see him back in the side.
And it has
Willie at 10.
Willie's at 10.
Kane at 15.
With David in the midfield with yourself.
Yeah.
So how's Tane looking in training? Have you seen him?
Yeah, he's looking real good.
Is that right?
Sharp. Yeah, it's good to have him back out there.
Geez, how's that?
And the wingers, of course, are Maka Springer and Kyron Tamafalai.
Yeah,
so
that's a good lineup, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a good lineup.
So I don't know. I didn't
Levi Amur off the bench.
Right. Yeah.
Alongside Will Thornelli and Cooper Grant.
And has Lester got the call up? Is he on the plane to Perth? Or
I'm
we
not
don't know yet?
No idea, man.
I'm sure, yeah. He'll be over. I'd say he will be over there at the moment, training anyway. So
yeah, and Finlay, of course. So,
yeah.
Well, we've got a team to be named shortly for the All Blacks, don't we?
We do. And let's talk Rugby Championship. And yeah, honestly, I went into this game, I had no emotion to it. I just thought we could get tipped up here. That's how I felt. But actually, we did okay. 33-24. I always thought Australia would pick up a good fight, or put up a good fight, even to the point where they thought now's as good a chance as any to tip up that hoodoo. But life kind of went back to normal. We got the win at Eden Park. And on the whole, especially that first half, the performance was pretty good. I was always waiting for that comeback from the Aussies because that's what they've done this season.
Yeah, they've done the second half.
And what I was, I suppose, disappointed about was the fact that we played an extremely good running game. And when Aussie scored was when Barrett kicked it up in the air from the 22. And Les gets sick of me talking about this, but we put the ball straight up in the air, went straight to them, and they started attacking our 22. And then he went off, Damon McKenzie came on, and he skewed another up and under with our whole back line ready to chase it. Yes, we did win more of our high ball, but I just thought the most dangerous is when we were running it, and I just don't understand that tactic. I have no idea why we do it. That was the disappointment for me, because I just felt that it put them in the game when we did that. So I went away from that thinking, yes, good win, under the pressure. We played some good rugby, but it wasn't quite what we're looking for. And I still don't think this New Zealand side is 100%. And I think the Aussies will be really up for it in Perth. And we've been touted in Perth before. So that was my thoughts. What were your thoughts, Les?
Oh, no, I'm going to ask Cooper. You watched that game.
Yeah.
I thought there was less kicking in the first half than we've seen from a All Black side before. But clearly the coaches asked teams to kick for a reason, right?
Yeah.
So what's your insight into that?
I guess it's kind of when you're feeling a bit of pressure, when you're with the ball maybe not going anywhere, you want to kind of put the pressure back on them. So you might put up and under just to either get the ball back or if they get it, then you try and contest at the breakdown where you might get a penalty. So I guess it's kind of, it's more like when you're not going anywhere with any momentum on your attack, that's when you might do it. It's just the way the game's going at the moment, especially the aerial game and
It's a shame it is going that way because it's going to lose fans. I know people get totally.
I'm just bragged over it. Hate it.
Good example.
Yeah.
My dear old mum's another.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it in the attacking zone. I don't mind if we're not going anywhere. I mean, we even started doing that in the 80s. We'd put a big, massive bomb up. We'd all charge through.
Yeah.
But Barrett kicked it from his own 22. They got it. It was a bit too deep. So, of course, they had no pressure on them.
Yeah.
And once you get the forward pack on momentum in that 22, it's hard to stop teams these days. But anyway, that was my feeling.
So again, I want to just look at the first half because the first half was really positive.
Yes.
And there were very few box kicks.
Yeah.
In fact, maybe none. Cam Roygaard's a different type of kicker.
Yeah.
He kicks long to space, and he runs beautifully and he keeps defences guessing. So having him back was massive. And I thought some of the interplay was great. And I liked the wingers.
Yeah.
I really did. Because Leroy Carter to me is a junkyard dog type player. He's just scrappy, but he's quick. He looks like a guy who could keep his spot, and Caleb Clark provides that power running game that that suits All Black Rugby. So good effort by the forwards. Some anonymous play too, but
I didn't think Vi had his best game this time. He gave a couple of penalties away and what have you, and they did actually bench him quite early. But prior, I can't really have a crack at him because prior to that he's been playing outstanding rugby. Yeah. Okay, 67-30 against Argentina. So they're a class above, but now they get on a plane to Twickenham.
Yes, to play Argentina.
What advantage is that?
Money.
Just money, isn't it? Yeah, big crowd. Argentina beat the Lions over there. So can Argentina bounce back against the South African side?
No, I think they can, definitely. It's pretty close Rugby Championship. You can see that anyone can beat anyone on their day. So, I wouldn't write them off.
And 7 days is a long time in rugby. It's amazing what changes and tweaks can happen that the coaches and players adjust, and you can turn it around pretty quickly. But I think the South African side is very, very special. And I can only call him Sasha because I haven't memorized the man's surname yet. But the number 10 for South Africa was just beautiful to watch. I mean, what a talented player and speed to burn. The young man is going to be a superstar for
37 points. I think that's a South African record, isn't it?
Yeah, 3 tries, kicked his goals, but it was just the pace he plays the game at.
Yeah, he's a good player. I've watched a few of his
highlights.
games, highlights, and they're pretty crazy.
Yeah, and they said they had in Auckland they had quite a traditional side, and then in Wellington they totally turned that around with their a very pacey backline, and this time they kind of mixed it up, and you can see now that they're starting to maybe form on their maybe they're not settling on their mix, but that mix of a bit of traditional experience and that young exciting talent, geez, they're dangerous at the moment.
They've got everything. They match everything. They've got 42 players, all test standard, who are interchangeable by position. And I just think though that we might have seen the end of Andre Pollard's career as a number 10.
Well, we thought it was
why would you go back to a traditional 10 style?
We thought it was over a while ago, but they kept on calling him back in to steer the ship.
Part of the mix, you see. They can't go there, but
he's the go-to man, isn't he? But I think you're right. Those guys now, they've had a bit of rugby underneath them, and they're starting to, it's starting to turn on for them. Can we do it in Perth against Australia?
Yes.
we can.
Absolutely. Although they've got 2 quality players coming back in Rob Valentini, the number 6, and Will Skelton, the lock. Big boys will take on our forward pack.
Yeah.
But yeah, as always with New Zealand rugby, we can find a way to play away from the big fellas and be creative, score some tries.
They'll still maintain 12 and 13?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. It's who will play 10. Do they play Damian McKenzie there?
Ruben Love.
Or do they try Ruben Love?
Jeez, that would be good, wouldn't it?
I think they'll go with D-Mac.
Yeah, well, Reece is not one to take risks or make changes, is he? So, yeah, they'll go with D-Mac.
Yeah, I'd say
It'd be good to see Ruben off the bench, though, wouldn't it?
I'd say, yeah, well, they probably will have to. I don't think there's another 10 on the
No, he's got him on the side.
Yeah.
And Finlay Christie may well get a run off the bench, of course.
Yeah, do you think, is there an injury, or do you think
but they've taken him, and do they just change that up, or or Cortez Ratamo will come on again? But Finlay's over there, and team gets announced.
Must be soon.
Leicester's on there too.
On the tour.
Yeah, never know. Okay, Women's Rugby World Cup and the bronze medal. Yeah, it was kind of finally the girls put a complete performance together, didn't they? After a great performance by Canada to make the final, 42-26 against, good France side. They started off quite strong too, but our girls, it all fired for them, didn't it? They played well.
I thought so.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it. Did you watch?
I've watched seen a few highlights and stuff. They got some Blackfin, so they got some good wingers, eh?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was maybe a game too late, maybe, it just finally clicked. And then
nice to finish on a high note for Portia Whitman.
Yes. Yeah. And the young one, name escapes me, on the wing got
Braxton Sorensen.
Yeah.
So
Sorensen
McGee. There
so what do you call it? Emerging player World Player of the Year or whatever. Absolute star.
Yeah.
And then England, geez, what a good side. I mean, a very, very good Canadian side who they just didn't let play. Canada again started off strong. They scored first, but England just showed all their class. And John Mitchell announced Coach of the Year. So, I mean, that must be nice for him because, geez, he's had some stick over the years from that time that we went to Australia. And he's battled on. He's taken on the Western Force. He said when he moved to Perth, in an AFL mad town, what do you want? He said a rectangular field, not an over. That doesn't go down too well in an AFL city. And then he's had some time with the men's England squad, and I think he's just grown. And he was so calm throughout the whole thing. It just showed the experience he had, and got the job done. So,
well, he did say that coaching these women has changed him.
Yeah,
and I recall Wayne Smith saying something very similar. It's a different
type of coaching.
Yeah. You if you can adapt, you can get a great deal of joy out of coaching.
He's never cried so much.
With joy, I hope.
Yeah, that's right. Now, we must give a shout out, huge congratulations to the Nelson Bay Griffins under 16s. They crowned the 2025 South Island champions. So well done to them.
And well done to Marlborough.
Yeah.
Third.
So,
you know any of those kids? Or any of those?
Well, they played the curtain raiser before our game against Waikato at
Nelson Bays
versus Marlborough. So I gave them a quick watch, and I know a few of the boys coming through. So that's good to see both teams doing pretty well. Yeah,
100%. And then the under-18 girls wrapped up a massive week in Timaru. They're finishing third overall. And celebrating a memorable win over Southland. So pretty good for the rep sides. We've got means the youth coming through, all to play for. That's if we don't lose them to Canterbury, of course. Well done to them. All right, lads. So, geez, nice big rugby afternoon for you on Sunday.
Yeah, well, I'll be manning the bar at my club.
Are you? Right, yes.
Before and after the game. But, yeah, look forward to watching you guys run around, Cooper.
Yeah.
And that is my final thought. I hope a big crowd gets out to you to watch you guys. And I think it will be entertainment plus, because I do believe Counties Manukau will come out and just throw it around from everywhere. So it'll be a fun afternoon. 2:00 on a Sunday, big crowd, please.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Cooper. Thanks very much for joining us, mate. Great to hear about your background, and good luck on Sunday.
Cheers.
And for the rest of the season too, mate. And wish you all the best in the off season with your studies, and what opportunities may come along for you. So
sweet. No, thank you very much, and thanks for having me on. It's been a pleasure.
Never know, you might be able to get the pads and the cricket back out.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Maybe on the beach. Big thanks to Stan and the team, the Turf Hotel. Check out everything for that's happening this weekend on their Facebook page. Massive weekend. Friday it was by far their biggest night with the Rock Countdown. So we had a great night out. So thanks to everyone that came along and supported. Where to listen? Where you can catch us on NBS Talk Nelson website and social media, Spotify, YouTube, and NBS Talk Nelson digital radio. And we'll catch you next week for another episode of the Mako Rugby Roundup.
The Mako Rugby Roundup. What's on, where, and when. It's the Talk of Nelson. NBS Talk Nelson.